Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. Now in this part of the video today, we'll be looking at 4A1 Chapter 2 revision, quadratic graphs. Okay, let's begin. Chapter 2, quadratic graphs. Now in general for this chapter, you'll be required to draw graphs. Okay, but to start off and warm up a little bit of our knowledge or whichever, I have provided the graph for you. Okay, so this question over here, the graph of y equals to negative 2x squared plus 2x plus 4 is shown below. So you have a graph that looks like this down here. Okay, so we're going to make use of this graph. The question here now says using the graph. Okay, using the graph, so you must read the graph, the axis for solutions. State the coordinates of the maximum point. What do you mean by coordinates? Coordinate means a pair of points. Okay, got the brackets, the x value followed by the y value. So in this case, I want the coordinates of the maximum points. So you notice something over here. This one over here, this value 4, both of them at 0 and 1, okay, at the number 4 itself, right? So how do we know where is the turning point? The turning point will be in the middle between 0 and 1. Okay, how to find this number between 0 and 1? I think some of you already guessed that 0 0.5, right? What we can do, we can take the two numbers, take 0, add the second number, add together, divide by 2. This one will give me the number 0 0.5. So this means this is 0 0.5. Okay, and then, so if I were to put a dotted line up all the way over here, okay, this one will have a point here. So now my x coordinate in this case, the x value, which is this one now, this x value is 0 0.5, comma. What is our y value? This number over here. So this is about 4.5. Okay, so sidetrack a little bit. Please do learn how to do your calculations for the scale. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 square represent, from 4 jump to 5 is 1 unit. Okay, so like that, 1 square will represent 1 divided by 5. So I divide by 5, right? 0 0.2 of a unit. Okay, so every square over here is 0 0.2 of a unit. So if you look at it carefully, this one is 4.2, 4.4, 4.5 in the middle. So my maximum point will be 0 0.5, comma 4.5. Okay, so 0 0.5, comma 4.5. X value first, then y value. Next, write down the equation of the line of symmetry. So now we're going to draw out the equation of our line of symmetry. Where is our line of symmetry? Oh, remember just now we already calculate the number in between 0 and 1. So where's the line of symmetry? This is my line of symmetry. Okay, this is my line of symmetry, and this line of symmetry cuts the x-axis at the number 0 0.5. So in this case, if it cuts the x-axis, then the equation must be x equals to, then the number 0 0.5. Have you gotten your answer? Next part, okay, let's say even if you don't know how to do part 1, part 2 or whichever, just try and write some numbers, okay, at least like some logical deduction. Now the next part, find the value of y when x equals to 1.6. So they tell you x is now equals to 1.6. What do? I go to my horizontal x-axis over here, okay, and I look for 1.6. Alamak, how to read the scale? I don't know. I check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 square represent 1 jump to 2. So 1 jump to 2 is 1 unit. So if I were to have only 1 square, I divide by 5. This one will give me 0 0.2 of a unit. They want me to read x equals to 1.6, right? So where is x equals to 1.6? This one here, 1 square 0 0.2. So this is 1.2, 1.4, 1.6 is down here. Okay, so they want me to find the value of y, right? When y equals to 1, when x equals to 1.6. I put my dotted line, go up and touch my curve. and then I turn 90 degree and read my value. Y value is the number 2. So in this case, our answer the Y value is the number 2. You can put Y equals 2 or just put the number 2. Okay? Next question. Find the values. Okay, yeah, Madam Ng always like to do this, right? So find the values, right, of these values. Yeah, what did I do? What happened? Okay, values. So in this case, how many answers there will be? Will there be? There'll be 2 answers, right? Anyway, they say that y equals to 1 when y equals to 1. So what do? We go to our y-axis and look for the number 1 over here. Now, what do? Do I go to the left? Do I draw a line to the left, to the right, or whichever? So now, in order to prevent your careless mistakes or that you might miss out another answer, you can happily draw one full line across. Okay, look for the point of intersection, or you don't draw one full line, you just draw like half. Okay, no, until this portion. Okay, let me shift this up a little bit more. Okay, yes. Okay, until it touches the curve at 2 points, right? 2 points. Then we turn and we read this value, turn and we read this value. Remember just now we say 1 square is 0.2 units in this case. So this one over here will be 1.82, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8. So this number over here, 1.8. Okay, then what is this number? This is 0, negative 0.2, negative 0.4, negative 0.6, negative 0.8. Negative, remember your negative sign. So in this case, find the values of x. Got negative 0.8 or 1.8. Okay, can? Now next question, write down the x-intercepts. X-intercepts means it cuts the x-axis. Okay, now the question here say x-intercept. They didn't say it's a coordinate. So the x-intercept is just only the x value, the x number, only the x value. Okay, they didn't want the coordinates. So if it's coordinate, then coordinates over here is x comma y. When they say coordinates, coordinates. But now they only say the x-intercept, so they only want the x value. Okay, so what happens? X-intercept, that means where the curve cuts the x-axis. So where the curve cuts the x-axis, here lor, these 2 points cut my x-axis, right? So down here, what is this number? Negative 1. Down here, what is this number? Positive 2. So my 2 x-intercept is the first answer, negative 1. Second answer is just 2. Okay, so similarly, if I will ask you a question, write down the y-intercept. Y-intercept means where the curve cut the y-axis, which is this number already, and they want the y-intercept only, so they only want the y value, so the number will be just 4. Okay, if they want coordinates, then I give them x and y, a pair, right? Next question. Now question here say write down the coordinates of the y-intercept. Now I want to look at the coordinates of the y-intercept. So we already know, just now this one here, the y-intercept is our value. Y is the number. This is for y, right? Y is the number 4. Okay, so now when they say want the coordinates, it means I want a pair of brackets, comma, x and y value. The y value is the number 4, which is what we have found. But what is this x value? Any one of you remember? Okay, if you read this y, right, is at which block number? What at which block number? This is at block 0. So the x coordinate, will be the number 0. Okay, so if you were to read the x intercept, then the y value will be the one that's 0. Okay, have you gotten the answer? Okay, last part of the question for quadratic graph. Now, usually they will give questions like it's an application based, right? So there's a certain scenario. We need to read the story and interpret the story over here. So question number 2, a banner is hung from the top of 2 identical poles. So I got 2 identical poles. Okay, first pole and then second pole. So I want to hang a banner. So usually if I hang a banner, the string, right, the banner will go down lah. Okay, wait, let me draw this nicely. Okay, we'll go down and then come up again. So like then you hang up the letters or whichever along the banner, right? Sometimes you try to pull it straight, but with weight, then you will slowly sag down also. So it depends, alright? So now the question did say the height, h meters of the string. So I want a height, h meters. So in this direction, this one will be my height. Okay, and can be modeled by the quadratic function h equals to 0.4 d squared minus 2d plus 4. D is the meters horizontal from the left pole. Oh, this is my D. So in this case, give me a minute. I will draw my this line, x-axis, the y-axis, over directly at the pole. Because they want the left pole, right? Start from the left pole. So this is my h-axis. This is my d, the distance away from the left pole. Okay, and they want to find it from 0 to 5. So now let's do our question. Part A, complete the table of values. So this one, if you remember how to do, this is h equals to 0.4 something square, 2 times the something plus 4. That is the value for your h. So the first one, when it's 1, right? So key this 0.4 times 1 square plus minus 2 times 1 plus 4. My answer is 2.4. Okay, then what about the other answer? Last one, 5. I'm going to change this number to 5. Oops. Okay, I changed this number to 5. Alright, so this one will now be the number 5. Please calculate your number. 0.4 times 5 square minus 2 times 5 plus 4. I get my answer 4. Okay, let me change the color. Okay, answer is 4. So now in this case, what am I going to do? I'm going to sketch my graph, draw my graph already. So the question here say, draw the graph of this whole thing on the axis below. So please plot your points. 0 for block 0, level 4. Okay, next one, 1, 2.4. Alamak, where is 2.4? 2 to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 square, 1 square 0.1 unit. So it's easier, okay? So 1 is at 2.4. So it's at 1, 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 over here. Put across. Okay. So this one, I'll just erase it away a little bit. Oops. Okay. Then next one, 2, 1.6. 2 is at 1.6. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6 over here. Then 3 is also at 1.6. What do you notice? 3 is also at 1.6. 2 is also at 1.6. These two value over here, right? They have the same y value. So what does it secretly tell me? Where is this line of symmetry? The line of symmetry will be somewhere in the middle wall. Okay, so this one will be 2.5. X is the number in between these two. If you want to know the line of symmetry, 2 plus 3 divided by 2. So the line of symmetry will be X equals to 2.5. Okay, then since like that, I'm going to just prepare to plot. I must know that my turning point will be somewhere down here lah. Okay, so just take note. Next point, 4 is 2.4 again. 5 is at the number 4. Okay, so now we're going to draw our graph. Please do not draw a flat straight line over here. Cannot. We know that 2.5 is going to be the turning point. So you'll turn somewhere around here. Okay, so give me some time. I shall try to finish up the graph over here. Okay, I tried my best to draw because I had no curve ruler or whichever with me on my iPad itself. I can't be drawing a smooth curve over here unless I use a graphing calculator to draw the graph. Okay, but it's okay. I'll try my best. In exam for you, right, please make sure you use your curve ruler, okay, and find a sharper pencil. Bring a sharpener or if you need to, or use a darker mechanical pencil if you need to. All right, so now finally I got my graph, right? Let's take a look at how can we answer the questions over here. Questions say using your graph. So using your graph, find the height of the left pole. What do you mean by find the height of the left pole? Where's the left pole? The left pole is down here, right? And you notice that D is the distance from the left pole. So this means, right, at the left pole position, my distance D is actually 0. So when it's at 0, what is this height over here? What is the height? So when I have block 0, what is my height? The height of the left pole is 4 meters. Right, how do I know this one is going to be the height? Because the question say is hung from the top of the identical pole, right? So it's at the top. So this one will be 4 meters. Okay, next, find the lowest height of the string from the ground. So imagine this whole thing is a string, right? Where's the lowest point? The lowest point will be down here. Okay, cannot be 1.6, so you have to estimate a little bit. Definitely going to be slightly lower. So in this case, I have 1, x 2.5 at 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.4 and maybe a little bit in between. So some of you will manage to draw 1.4, go ahead, or you use 1.5, or for me, my case, I have 1.45. Okay, I do not know what is the actual answer is going to be. Can we calculate that? Give me a minute. I count the actual correct answer. 2 times 2.5 plus 4. My answer is exactly 1.5. Oh, so this answer not accurate. The correct answer is 1.5 meters. So from here, we have a plus or minus a small range lah. Okay, about 0.1 gap for you to get the correct answer. Okay, next one, find the possible distances. Okay, this one of my favorite, right? Distances, meaning got how many solutions? There will be 2 solutions away from the left pole. Okay, from the left pole, if the height is 2.5 meters. Oh, the height is 2.5 meters now. That means my h, which is my height, y-axis, right? I'm going to look at my y-axis. The height is, how much was the height? 2.5 meters. So where's 2.5? This is 2. This is 2.5. I'm going to draw one whole line all the way across. And where did it touch? Where are the 2 points that it touches? 2, remember there are 2. This one over here. It's not 2. Mine is not 2. This is approximately, so difficult, 0.95 or 0.995. Okay, then mine, this one here is about 4.1. Okay, mine is about 4.1. Or I got one 0.95 and the other one. Probably the answer is just 0.9 plus or minus a certain range. Then 4.1 plus or minus a certain range. Okay, but it should not be the number 1. It should not be the number 4. Why is that so? Because when it's at 1, it's supposed to be 2.4 leh. We already calculated it. When it's at 4, it's supposed to be 2.4. So the answer is not 2.5 what here, right? So in this case, the answer cannot be 1 and 4, but it will be near to 1 and 4. For example, 0.9 something, 4.1 something. Okay, have you gotten your answer? So with that, I come to the end of this part of our lesson. Okay, practical applications of the graph. All right, I'll see you for the next lesson. Goodbye.